everyone, it's Sarah, the owner and maker behind Multifarious Nature. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are a new viewer, welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, a big welcome back. I'm so glad you guys are here today. This is Friday the 27th, and for the shop update, we're going to get right into things. Oh, before I even get into that, if you are not a subscriber and you do want like content that has to do with knitting, dyeing yarn that is, spinning wool, things of that nature, all fiber goodness, definitely feel free to subscribe. And if you hit the bell, you'll be notified when I post new videos. I do try to post weekly if possible. So we'll get into shop update first. I have 2 new colorways to show you guys, and I'm super excited about it. So they're inspired by some beautiful songs that have touched my heart for a long time now, and I want to share them with you. So the first is a sock set. This is an extremely limited run, and if you guys are subscribed for my goodness, let me restart that sentence. If you are newsletter subscribers, you will already know about this, but the shop update for these 2 new colorways, they will be in the shop tomorrow, the 28th of January at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you do want to get your hands on this, or if you want to find out about all these new type of items first, definitely subscribe for the newsletter. I'll include the link below, but yeah, there's just a couple. So I will be upfront with you. This is a new sock set. As I said, it is extremely limited run. I used up, as the base undertone for this colorway, I used remnants of colors from past dye sessions. So I just kind of like held on to remnants of different colors and created a completely unique color and then used that as the base undertone for this. So there are only going to be 3 in the shop. So when you're seeing this, they may be sold out. I'm sorry. But I just had a couple that I just used enough yarn based on the amount of dye that I had. So there we have it. So this is a one of a kind colorway. The colorway is, oh, got a string here. There we go. Come Thou Fount, and it is absolutely beautiful. The name, if you're not familiar with Come Thou Fount, it is a very classic hymn that is very well known. But if you don't know of it, I did include a link in my newsletter to an absolutely beautiful rendition by, her name is Sarah Noel, and she has absolutely gorgeous voice. She does an acoustic version that is simply, it just lights my soul on fire. So this is definitely the colorway that is inspired by it. It has just warm and I don't know, this I don't know how else to describe it, but this just screams it. It is a beautiful kind of a tonal base that is a pink neutral is the base colorway, and then there is a complementing also very neutral pink, so even slightly more brown than the base here. And then I have speckles of like a tangerine color, and then there's also some really, 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 really dark purple speckles in here as well. Throughout the entire skein is absolutely gorgeous, and they come cutely packaged with this fun little bow on it. And I'll show you one that is unskeined as well, just so you can kind of see what this looks like here. So there's lots of fun speckles throughout. Absolutely beautiful. Remember, this is Come Thou Fount, and I have also the mini unskeined as well, so you can see that. So it's a beautiful neutral, but it has some really fun, joyous speckles throughout. So much fun. And then the other new colorway that I have in the shop definitely was inspired by a classic that I hadn't heard in a very long time. But recently we saw the, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there's the new Elvis movie that's out based on Elvis Presley's life. And it was very well done. An interesting way of doing a movie, I must say. It is very much almost like documentary style, but it is not a documentary. It was fascinating, and I have to say it reminded me of Elvis Presley's rendition of Unchained Melody, which I have to say is one of the most haunting versions I've ever heard. It's absolutely beautiful. I included a link to it as well in my newsletter, because if you haven't heard it, it's amazing. And the version I sent in my newsletter is actually the live recording of him in 1977 performing it, and it's absolutely extremely powerful. So this is Unchained Melody. It is a super cozy brown tonality going throughout. This is definitely a variegated yarn. I only dyed it on my 100% Peruvian Highland wool base, which I absolutely love that base. It's so cozy and it just puffs right up. It's beautiful. It's one of my favorites. I've knit with it a bit now. I'll tell you about it in my works in progress, but yes, this is so much fun, this colorway, and has this beautiful bright pink throughout, and some gorgeous violets and lavender throughout. It's absolutely beautiful. And I'll show you a unskeined version of this as well so that you can really appreciate all the beautiful colors going on. It's gorgeous. You could just make so much with this, you really could. If you're not sure what to make with it, you could definitely make a shawl, would be absolutely gorgeous. You can make a really amazing sweater with this as well. And I do have enough in the shop that you could definitely do a sweater's quantity with it. It's absolutely beautiful. And if you need more, if a bunch of it sells out and you need a custom order made, please do contact me. I definitely can recreate this. This one is not a one-of-a-kind colorway. This one can be recreated. And again, this is Unchained Melody. So those will be in the shop the 28th, which is tomorrow, depending if this video goes up today or not. It always depends on our internet connection, whether I can actually get uploaded on the day I record. So I'll try my best that hopefully you guys will see it today, the 27th. But if you don't, and it's the 28th, it's available, and make sure you hop on over to the shop so you don't miss out. All right, so we will get into works in progress, the whips that I have on the needles, and I still did not touch my socks again. You know, I get in a mood. So it's been a week where it's been a little stressful, and I've had, be real upfront with all this, I've had some back issues. My back's really bothering me. So I worked on certain projects, and I just kind of stuck with them. So on my lunch breaks, I worked on my Big Cozy Cardi by Andrea Mowry, and I am using my 100% Peruvian Highland wool base. Oh, I just love it. And I have to say, it's really funny. This pattern, I thought for sure, I was starting to think in the very beginning that I might get bored with it. Because, and the reason I'm saying that, so here's the photo of it again. This is the Big Cozy Cardi by Andrea Mowry. It is going to be a feat because it is a very large rectangle base. This is a paid-for pattern, but it is a very large cozy like blanket type cardigan with a shawl collar. And that's a lot of a repeat of this texture here, and I thought for sure I'm going to get bored, but I'm not bored. I'm actually really enjoying it, especially this past week. Like I said, stressed and in pain. So having a knit like this actually was quite wonderful, and I made some progress. So if you're new, you won't know this, but I actually pretty much got this far and had to rip it completely out because I totally screwed up the pattern. But I am so close, you guys. I am almost to the point where I ripped back, which is awesome. But you can see it took some time to get back here. It took probably a good 2 weeks or so. But I literally just do a couple rows. Each lunch break, I probably get in maybe 4 rows, which doesn't seem like much, but there's a lot of stitches on this needle. I am, of course, mid-row. That makes perfect sense. That's the usual. But you can see it's a giant rectangle is what I'm working on. But this is my chestnut colorway. I do not currently have it stocked in the shop, but definitely reach out to me if you would like some because I can custom dye it for you. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is a tonal brown, and it has this warm kind of like an it's a warm orange undertone to it. It has this glow to it. I absolutely love it. It definitely reads more as a solid brown, but it definitely has this kind of a tonality to it underneath. It's just gorgeous. And this texture stitch pattern really helps with emphasizing that. So it's really pretty. I love how it's turning out so far, and this is definitely the correct stitch pattern because last time I was screwing it up. So it's definitely better now. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm actually really enjoying it. So again, this is the Big Cozy Cardi by Andrew Mowry, and this is my chestnut colorway. I will also be using this Autumn Kiss colorway with the chestnut as the shawl collar, which I'm really looking forward to. But I'm not in a hurry. I'm enjoying the base that I currently am working on, but this is fun. So this is the Surrey alpaca base, and it's so super soft and fuzzy. So looking forward to adding that to that cardigan. Not in the super near future. I have a feeling it's going to be a few more weeks before I get to knit with this puppy, but I'm excited about it. The next work in progress is another one you have seen, which is the What Tomorrow Brings shawl. It is by Telly Bee Knits, and it is knit using the Suburban Stitcher Advent from 2022. So I'm just slowly making my way through her. I am, I think, on colorway 10. Double check myself because I did not write in my notes where I'm left off here, but I am pretty certain that it is, no, just kidding, I'm in color 12. I've made more progress than I thought. That's wonderful. All right, so as you can see, it is really coming down now to the wire for the certain section of the shawl. Show you the correct side here. So here is the right side of my beautiful shawl here. It's very pretty. It's her, the Suburban Stitcher Quiet Voices Advent. So it's very soft, pastel type colors. And I am currently working the lace, or it's a faux cable section, which is really pretty and actually a lot of fun to knit. So blasting it out here a little bit. There you go. You can see it, kind of. The light has a tendency to blast this, but it's really actually kind of fun to knit. And I've just been working on that a little bit this week. I really didn't do a whole lot, just a little. I'm trying to remember where I left off with you guys last time. I think I was in this section last time I showed you guys. So I didn't do a whole lot. I mean, it is definitely progress, but it goes by pretty quick because it's getting smaller. That's a lot of fun. So I definitely recommend for minis, if you're looking for a super fun pattern, definitely recommend this What Tomorrow Brings shawl. So far, it's been a lot of fun. I, of course, still have some sections to get through because I have 25 sections, but I'm on section 12. And then it's going to go down the long parts of the shawl, so it'll make it longer. Right now I'm going widthwise. So it's really fun. That was also paid for a pattern. And now we're going to get into the brick sweater, which is actually a reknit of a past knit. And if you watch my video from 2 videos ago, you will see that I actually knit this sweater prior, kind of did my own thing. It ended up way too big, and I just wasn't wearing it, so I actually completely frogged it. And we are starting fresh. So here it is in all its glory. I actually am not only reknitting it, but I am knitting it, holding it double with this base. And you know, I honestly, does not tell me what type of yarn it is, but there you have it. It's like a tweedy base. It's very thin. I would definitely call this a lace weight or extremely light fingering, but I'm going with lace weight. I'm holding that double with Lettlopi, which is the light version of the lightly spun Lopi wool, and it's Reynolds Lettlopi, and it's actually, this is actually vintage wool because I bought it from eBay. There was someone selling it, and I bought like 6, I think it was 6 balls of the yarn. But as you can see, like if you look back at my prior video, this is going to fit me much better. It's a little hard to tell, but so far you can kind of get an idea that the sleeves are actually going to fit better. That was my biggest issue, and the body is also going to fit better. It is a bit of a tighter knit as well because I actually knit with a smaller size needle. I got gauge, but it's a little confusing to describe. But I got gauge and I went down a size as well. And this is definitely feeling like it's going to fit better, at least so far. I did try it on. I'm going to be trying it on throughout. So at the moment, for those of you that are new, the way I knit sweaters, not that I've knit a lot of sweaters, but the sweaters I have knit, what I like to do, because I want to use as much of the wool that I purchase as possible, because I do not like having random skeins just sitting around. I'd rather have it in a project. So, for example, many other ones, and definitely including this one, I'm knitting the body to this, wherever this ball ends, which I'm almost there. So I'm going to just finish off with that. I will then take, I have some of those like barber cords, those hold your stitches cords. I'm going to put that through these bottom stitches of the body, put those on hold, and then I'm going to take my needles and put them through my sleeve, knit one of the sleeves, knit the other sleeve, and then I'll take all the leftover of that color and do the rest of the body. That way I will, one, hopefully make it as long as it needs to be for the pattern, if not longer, because I tend to like my sweaters a little bit longer than a lot of patterns call for. A lot of times they go for kind of a cropped fit, and I like to be really warm and cozy, which for me means covering like down past my hips, because I like to be warm. So yes, that is the way I tend to do it. Patterns tend to have you do the whole body and then the sleeves, but for me, I'm extremely particular about the length of my sweater when it comes to my body, and so I really want to use as much wool for that, if that makes sense. Let me know if that's how you knit sweaters, or how you knit sweaters. I'd love to hear like how you go about it, because I feel like everybody kind of has their own way of doing it, and I've just found that extremely helpful. Especially when using things like Nutaden or Lettlopi, I want to use up pretty much every single gram of that wool inside of the sweater I'm knitting. So, and I had really good luck with that by doing this method. But I'm sure you can do it other ways. But of course your sleeves, can only be so long, where your body, you could definitely make it longer and it would be fine. So there's the method to my madness. As you can see, I am using my analog progress keeper, or analog row counter as not a progress keeper, a row counter? It's a row counter. Being distracted, I hear my husband's phone in the background. Okay, yeah, I'm counting my rows with it. I do have these in the shop. If you're looking for one, they are amazing. So it helps me keep track of my repeats, and it works really, really well, because I'm doing decreases, because I'm actually going to do, that's the other difference I am doing. There's two ways of doing the sweater. I originally made just a straight body. This time around I'm going to be doing some waist shaping, so that'll also help with getting a good fit. So I'm very excited about it. All right, so that is that. I am also going to use this, which is Lopi. So this is a little bit heavier than the Lettlopi. I'm going to be using this in the collar and on the cuffs. I don't think I have enough to do the waistband, or the band, the bottom of the waistband. But if I do, I'll totally do that. But I don't think I'm going to. And if I'm going to do something a solid color, I would rather do the waistband and have the lighter collar and cuffs. But that's just me. Anyway, so that's the brick sweater by Claire Lee, and I am redoing it. And I'm really enjoying knitting it again. So have you guys done that? Have you reknit anything that you knit prior so that you'd wear it more? Did you use totally different yarn, or did you use the same yarn? I'm using the same yarn. But I'd love to hear what you guys are up to and what you're making. And yeah, as far as life update goes, as I said, my back's been bothering me, so I haven't been doing as much spinning or knitting as I usually do. I'm trying to, but my back has definitely been bothering me. So I'm hopefully going to get that work done in the near future here. And it's my own darn fault. I don't stretch and everything, and I know that I probably tweaked something as well, so that definitely doesn't help the situation. But hopefully all will be good. And hopefully all will be fixed soon, and it will be working properly, and I won't be in pain anymore, because it's not fun. I hope that you guys are doing so well. I really look forward to catching up with you soon. And I hope you're doing well. And also, I hope the weather is good by you guys. We're getting a little bit of a blizzard here and it's cold and creepy, but I'm grateful to be warm and cozy inside with our fire and knitting and just relaxing. Today, I'm doing like admin work for Multifarious Nature, which is fun. Just because we had, like I said, car work done today. I had to actually, it said that last week, but today I actually had to go take our car in to get some work done on it. It's just a whole thing. It's such a process. Cars are such a struggle sometimes. When they don't work properly, they are a struggle. But anyway, all will be fixed hopefully soon, and I'm really grateful for that. So otherwise, I'm just wrapping things up for Multifarious Nature, and definitely check out the website tomorrow, the 28th, and if you would like to purchase any of these new colorways, because you definitely don't want to miss out. But I will totally dye up more of this one, Unchained Melody, if you'd like to do a custom order. But this one, Come Thou Fount, is definitely a limited run, and there's only 3 of them, 3 sets. So if you would love to get one or give it as a gift, definitely make sure you hop on over. So take care, guys. Have a great rest of your day, and I look forward to catching up with you soon. Take care.